Evening, magic players and card collectors of all kinds. Welcome back to our channel. Kaiba's rocking the couch over there. Hopefully my dad never sees this video because he won't like that fact. Kaiba's basically sitting in his spot. As for me, I'm just chilling out, waiting for some food to come. Um, my back is honestly a mess right now. Yesterday, um, some crap went down at work that I'm not overly happy about, and I ended up being uh put on a job that I wasn't really properly trained for or prepared for, and there wasn't the proper safety equipment for it. Needless to say, I ended up taking on a couple packages that were maybe a little too heavy for my back, and so I woke up with a pretty stiff, messed up back in a couple places this morning. Still managed to go to work and push through, but probably gonna regret that tomorrow morning. Definitely taking Tylenol on the regular today. I'm not an Advil person. I'm a Tylenol person. I don't know about you guys. Maybe you guys are Advil people or you're ibuprofen or whatever, but I've always liked Tylenol. I thought it was a good one. Sorry, one second. Some random ad popped up on my computer and it needs to be closed. There we go. So what am I doing? I'm waiting for food, like I say. I figured I'd hang out with you guys for a bit. I got a couple packs of Infinity here, actually 3 of them. Um, we're not going to be opening Unfinity tomorrow in the live stream. Don't forget to tune in for the live stream tomorrow, 8 o'clock PM Eastern. I know I was going to try and do it a little earlier, I thought, but I decided, meh, 8 o'clock seems like a decent enough start time for everybody who was able to show up last time. And we got some really cool stuff to open this time. We're going to do a pack run. We're going to open that commander deck that I put out there in the short. And I have a few other things I want to do. Q&A, talk about something new I want to start doing on the channel. And yeah, so lots of good stuff coming. But like I say, I'm just kind of waiting for food, so I thought crack a few packs of Unfinity with you guys for some fun. At least a couple. We might not get to the third one. Depends on how quickly the food gets here. Now you see me. ... I wonder if on the other side it says now you don't. Or maybe there is a now you don't card somewhere. I keep forgetting about the damn mic. I don't want to bump it because it's actually holding on the Kaiba camera, which is getting a really nice shot of him today. Anyways, exile a target creature you control, then return it to the battlefield under its owner's control with X+1/+1 counters on it, where X is the number of mirrors on walls you can see from your seat. Hence why it's an Acorn card. As per usual, we'll do Acorns, regular cards, legendaries, and really cool lands here, and we'll do the stickers and the other stuff up there. Sanguine Slipper has lifelink as long as you control a sticker permanent. Wolf in Blank Clothing. 3 and a black for a 2/3. This is a new one for us. When it enters the battlefield, you may put a name sticker on it. When you do, up to X target creatures each get -1/-1 until end of turn, where X is the number of unique vowels. Interesting. I'd rather have one creature get a whole bunch of -X rather than X creatures get -1/-1, but I mean, I suppose it's a good way to get rid of some tokens. Bamboozling Beeble. 1 blue for a 1/1. It is a Beeble. It has protection from robots. That's interesting. Pay 1, tap it. The next time a target player would roll 1 or more dice this turn, instead they roll that many dice +1, and you choose one of those rolls to ignore. Interesting. Mira bought Beebles because they were cheaper than rubber ducks. Now the infestation is her largest expense. I don't know who Mira is, but that's interesting. It's also not an Acorn card, so it goes over here. The Blankosaurus, we got that last time, I believe, or one of the other times, but a while ago. 4 and 2 green for a 3/3. And it enters the battlefield, you get +1/+1 counters on it for each of the vowels in its name sticker. So far, we did a check the other day, and the best sticker I had has 4 vowels out of 6. So I'm hoping to eventually get a sticker that somehow has 6. That would be really cool. I don't know what word has 6 vowels off the top of my head though, but big winner. Trample as long as you control a sticker permanent. 5-2 for 4. It's okay. We got another elf employee. I really wish this one wasn't an acorn card because I think this one's actually kind of neat. Uh, lets you tap to untap a target permanent with the whose name starts with the letter that you pick as this comes into play. Line Prancers, 1 in a green. It is a regular card. We can play this. They are Centaur Performers. When it enters the battlefield, you get 2 tickets. Then you can put a power and toughness sticker on a creature you control. Interesting. 3 in a green. Target creature you don't control blocks target creature you control with a power and toughness sticker on it. Other than this thing. This turn if able. That's interesting. Ooh, we got ourselves a legendary. And we can play it. And it's a goblin. Ooh, the Space Family Goblinson. That's neat. Has trample as long as you've rolled 3 or more dice this turn. Excuse me. Whenever you roll a die, put a +1/+1 counter on this. Costs 4 to put a 1/1 into play, which is a lot, but at least you get to give it counters. The question is, how do you get to roll dice? You're going to have to find some other way to make it happen with that. Goblin Blastronauts. Unfortunately, this is an acorn one, so it won't be going in our goblin deck. I like this one. This one could go in our goblin deck in theory, if we find ways to roll dice. When this thing enters, open an attraction. Nice. Whenever you roll 6, you may copy the spell, ability, or attraction visit that caused you to roll that die. It's interesting. So whatever made you roll the dice, if you roll a 6, you get to do it over again. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Anyway. Ooh, greatest show in the multiverse. It is oh my goodness. A mythic. Thank you very much, Brain, for being so slow. As it enters and after you draw, blah 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 blah, lore counter. As an additional cost to cast this spell, exile 5 instant and/or sorcery cards you own with the same artist and different names from outside the game. Well, that makes sense why it's an acorn card. Pay 1, and then for each of the turns, you get to choose one of the exiled cards at random and cast it without paying its mana cost. I mean, that's pretty cool, but yeah. Ooh, pretty mountain. That's a very pretty mountain, guys. Look at that artwork. Very nice, very nice. We'll put you here. Actually, we'll put you up here. And then we'll put the things here and the stickers here. Ah, right. Okay, I need a space for that. Okay, there we go. We're good, we're good. Cover the spot. I can't remember if I got this one yet or not. I think I might have. Drop 3 cards you own from outside the game, one at a time. Oh yeah, we did this one already. Darn, that's the first duplicate. That's unfortunate. Swinging Ship. I don't think we have this one though. After the first combat phase this turn, there's an additional combat phase. At the beginning of that combat, untap all creatures that attack this turn. Nope, we don't have that one. So that's a hit for us. Ticket bot. And 31, I'm pretty sure is not one that we had before. We got Shenanigans. That's 3 letters. Monkeys 3. Wrinkly is 2. None of those are going to be super great for our name requirements, but 2 tickets gets you also. Pay 1 tap. Target creature can't block this creature this turn. Or 4, and you're going to give a creature Morbid, which is at the beginning of each end step. If a creature died this turn and this permanent is a creature, put a -1/-1 counter on this permanent and draw a card. Shite. I'm not super fond of that either. Interesting first pack. I mean, we pulled a really cool mythic. We pulled a legendary. Can't complain about that. Would like to see less doubles of the attractions though, but we probably can get ourselves our hands on some more Unfinity at some point, if need be. I do know where we can get some. Bag check is an acorn, 1, 2 blue, counter target spell, then ask a person outside the game if that spell looks dangerous to them. If they say yes, you get to draw a card and discard a card. I like that one. Alright, fine. I was liking the natural lighting, I think, better on the playmat, but I don't think you're picking up the cards as nicely as I would like. Let's see if that picks them up a little bit better on the camera. Can you see the text on that? Not really. I don't know why the camera's being funky today. Hey you, camera. Why are you being funky today? Hmm? I have to switch my cell phone after all for the live stream at some point. It's gonna be this bad. Oop. By accident I revealed there's a hollow in there somewhere. Oh no, you're supposed to be an acorn. You should be over in this pile. Aerial Elephant. Elephant Performer, flying. When this thing enters the battlefield, you get a ticket, then you may put a sticker on a non-land permanent you own. Costs 4 to put a 3/2 into play. I will take that, though. Questionable Cuisine. Return up to 2 target creature cards from your graveyard to your hand. Create a food token for each trash can you can see from your seat. Well, that's why that's an acorn one. Blank Goblin. 2 and a red for a 2/2. When this creature enters, you may put a name sticker on it. Add red for each unique vowel in that sticker. Not bad, not bad. Wait, yeah, that's a regular one. Okay, just checking. Pop Map, I still think is the one card that I definitely think should not be an acorn card. I really don't see why it needs to be. You sacrifice it, you search your library for a land that doesn't have the same art as a permanent you control, reveal it and put in your hand, and shuffle. I don't think that's really acorn worthy, to be honest, but this one I get why it's acorn worthy. We've already pulled that a couple times. Ooh, Paradise. Lost. 3 and 2 green. Roll 2 6-sided dice. Return any number of cards with total mana value X or less from your graveyard to your hand, where X is the total of those results, and then exile this thing. I like that. That would be very helpful for those goblins over here. Strength Testing Hammer. Whenever equipped creature attacks, roll a 6-sided die. That creature gets +X+O until end of turn, where X is the result. Then if it has the greatest power or is tied for the greatest power among creatures on the battlefield, you get to draw a card. Costs 3 to equip and 1 to put into play. And it's legal. Last Voyage of the Blank. Oh my goodness, where are the blank going? When this enchantment enters the battlefield, you may put a name sticker on it, then it becomes an aura with enchant creature. Return a creature from your graveyard to the battlefield and attach this aura to it. Enchanted creature gets +2/+0 for each name sticker on this aura with 7 or fewer letters. When this aura leaves the battlefield, sacrifice enchanted creature. It's interesting. This one's actually playable. Sorry, forgive the scratching. Celeber 8000 costs 5 to put a 3/3 into play. At the beginning of combat on your turn, roll 2 6-sided dice. For each result of 1, this thing gets +1/+1 until end of turn. For each other result, it gains the indicated ability until end of turn. If you roll doubles, it also gains double strike until end of turn. If you get 2, you get Menace. If you get 3, you get Vigilance. If you get 4, you get Lifelink. Flying for 5, and 6 for Indestructible. I like this. How is this not an acorn, though? That feels like it should definitely be an acorn. I'm also impressed it's not legendary. Ooh, Plains is pretty cool. I'm not sure if any of these are hits, by the way, for the lands in terms of which one we're actually looking for. I know we're supposed to be looking for like hollow foiled ones, which I definitely don't think are going to be in draft boosters, but I know certain ones are worth like $5, $10, and other ones are worth like $1.50. So I think I've been pulling a lot of $1.50 ones personally, but Costume Shop is a good one. Visit, put a non-land sticker. I'm pretty sure I didn't have that one yet, so happy to see that. Information booth. I think we pulled that the other day. Our hollow is Tapper. Tap it to tap an untapped creature you control that has a hat. And then tap target creature. That is messed up. And it's an acorn, so you can go over here. We got a clown robot and another sticker sheet. That is, I believe, a different one. Phyrexian Midway Bamboozle. Yep, pretty sure this is a different one. Phyrexian gets you 4. Midway 3. Bamboozle 3. Whenever this creature attacks, you get a ticket. That's pretty good. Undying, when this permanent dies, it had no +1/+1 counters, went return to the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter. Yeah, these are pretty decent stickers. I'm happy with those ones. Nice. Alright, we'll crack one more pack, and then I'll probably call this video quits, because the food should be here anytime. See if we pull another legendary, see if we pull a really cool land, what attractions we have. Getting it off with Down for Repair. Sorcery. Target opponent reveals their hand. You choose a non-land card from it. That player discards the card. Destroy up to 1 target attraction that player controls. Damn, that's harsh. And it's legal. So is Wizards of the Blank. 2 and 2 blue for a 3/1. Enters, you put a name sticker on it, then you look at the top X cards of your library where X is the number of vowels. Okay, not bad. What do you do with those? Put 1 in your hand and the rest on the bottom. Nice. Yes, okay. A good day to pie. Tap up to 2 target creatures. Whenever you put a name sticker on a creature, you may return a good day to pie from your graveyard to your hand. 1 clown band. 1 in a red for a 1/3. Target robot gets +2/+0 until end of turn. Cost 2 in a red to put that effect into play, but still not terrible. So far, these are all playable. That's interesting. 6-sided die. 2 in a black. Choose target creature. Roll a 6-sided die. It has base power, toughness 1 until end of turn. 2, you put 2 -1/-1 counters on it. 3, 6-sided die deals 3 damage to it, and you gain 3 life. 4, it gets -4/-4 until end of turn. 5, destroy it. 6, exile it. Well, don't pick a creature that you control clearly with this, because you're not going to get anything positive out of it. Coming attraction, 2 in a green. You get to search your library for a basic land, put it on the battlefield tapped, and then open an attraction. No acorns so far. This is pretty impressive. Attempted murder. 2 black and X. Choose target creature, roll a 6-sided die. For each even result, put 2 -1/-1 counters on that creature. For each odd result, create a 1/2 blue creature token with flying named Stormcrow. Ooh, excuse me. Knight in blank armor. This is the first one that's an acorn. 1 and a white for a 2/1 with first strike. As it enters, you put a name sticker on it, and it has protection from names that start with the same letter as the name sticker on it. Curious. Juggletron. 2 in a red for a 0/4. Trample. When it attacks, you can put an art sticker on it, sorry. It gets +3/+0 for each item in its art that's not touching Juggletron, another item, or the card frame. Okay, so for every art sticker that you can put into this little area without touching this thing or the top or the sides, it gets +3/+0. That's impressive. No wonder why it's an acorn. Legendary acorn. 2 and 2 red for 4/3. As Ignacio of Myra's Marvels enters the battlefield, choose Armor, Blood, Book, Bottle, Fang, Fire, Scroll, Spear, Sword, or Water. Whenever you cast a spell with the chosen object in its art, create 2 treasure tokens. And this thing is partnered. That's freaking crazy. I wonder what you would partner with it. There's gotta be stuff in this set to partner with it. Ooh, that mountain looks cool. That's gotta be one of the good ones. Look at that artwork. That's insane. I like the little neuron sign there and the volcanic destruction art. Beautiful. Cover the spot. Mother effer. We're just gonna move these 2 over here because those are the bad ones, and you join them. Superlatorium is definitely a new one because I would have remembered reading that. Visit. An opponent chooses the friendliest, the smartest, or the wildest. You choose a creature, then ask a person outside the game to choose the creature that best fits the chosen criteria. If they choose the same creature you chose, claim the prize. And the prize is to create 2 red balloon creature tokens with flying, then sacrifice this thing and open another attraction. That one kind of isn't very good at all, is it? I mean, it's fun to play that, probably, but not very good. Another acorn card for Hollow, and it's a little bit damaged in the Hollow sticker, it looks like, possibly. When Surprise Party enters the battlefield, yell Surprise and put onto the battlefield any number of printed clown robot tokens that aren't touching each other that you hid on the battlefield before you cast Surprise Party, and that weren't spotted by an opponent before you cast Surprise Party. All your robots get +1/+0 and have vigilance. That is the most ridiculous enchantment that sounds like so much fun to play. I love Unset. I think it's hilarious. Alright. Ooh, pretty food token. And stickers. Anyone? Maybe. Urza's Dark Cannonball. I don't remember those ones. I think we're good. Double Exalted. Oh yeah, I definitely would have remembered that. And Shadow. This one's insanely good. That's an awesome art or sticker sheet. Alright, well, we didn't do super well with the attractions. We got 1 and 2 on every pack, which is a little unfortunate because I definitely need, like I say, I think it's 20 attractions and 10 sticker sheets. I'm pretty sure that's the way it works for each deck that I want to build for Unset. Now, granted, I could probably just use the same sticker sheets and the same attractions for all my decks collectively, but the more I have, the more options I have, which is pretty cool. So that part kind of sucks, but we got 2 cool legendaries. We got some pretty nice lands, especially this one. I'm really freaking fond of that one. I think that might be a really nice pull, that one. And, yeah. Alright. Food should be coming anytime soon. Kaiba is definitely not really into this again today. I don't know why. We just got back from the park and he did his running around in the water and he was super happy, but maybe he's just exhausted from that exercise now. You know, puggies, they have a hard time with exercise. All right, guys. Don't forget there will be one random Saturday episode tomorrow, and then we have some things to discuss in our live stream with regards to Saturdays going forward and other stuff. In the meantime, in between time, much love to you all from us to you. Take care. Have a great evening. Bye.